issue of delimitation and an election coming 2020. Anything that one does that will affect the date, people not going to an election in August 2027, Kenyans will resist.
I agree.
So, if you were to ask Kenyans today, and I'm talking as a commoner, if I went to my constituency and asked them, what is important today? Is it limitation of the constituency or going to an election? They will say, we want an election even if you were to call it today. Period. If you look at this constitution we have, it says in the preamble, acknowledging the supremacy of the Almighty God of all creation. I'll jump on and come here. Recognizing the aspiration of all Kenyans for government based on the essential values of human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and rule of law. And in 259, it says, this constitution shall be implemented in a manner that promotes its purposes, values, and principles. Then, Fred, it falls...
Does that invalidate Article 89?
I want to make my point. I haven't even made my point. There are 4 things you will need to look at. Does this country, as where the economy you have today, have more money to do the following? Do a census? Because you need a census. We can't go to do delimitation with that thing that was declared in court that some parts of this country, the figures were manipulated. We can't. Because we would be playing into the gallery of having a manipulated election. That's number 1. Number 2, do you have money in this economy, the way it is today, to go and do that limitation? Please, limitation, as much as my brother is talking about GPRAs and all that, it is about communities, people. You will need to go and convince why a certain small community has to move from where they are to belong to another constituency. You have to go and talk to a certain group of clan why they should be joined with this other. It is not as simple as people imagine. Number 3, which is critical for me, you already have bending issues on the IBC timetable. You have constituencies unrepresented. You have wards unrepresented. Which one comes first? And already, this if you are to go by the constitutional timelines, it says you must achieve certain time before you go to an election when you do delimitation. Now, if you were to do a delimitation that ends within 6 months to an election, how do you operationalize it?
Allow me to read the article. Article 89 on delimitation of electoral units, Section 2. The IEBC shall review the names and boundaries of constituencies at intervals of not less than 8 years and not more than 12 years. 12 years lapsed.
Elapsed.
But any review shall be completed at least 12 months before a general election.
This is what I'm talking about now.
Meaning that by August next year, we should be done with it.
How can you achieve that?
But does the inability, probably due to lack of resources, invalidate a provision in our constitution, Senator? Because this is the same thing. If we defy and express a provision of our constitution, aren't we going therefore to open the box to defying even the election date and the provision
before Senator comes in, I hadn't even finished my point. So I said, if you are to read that Article 259 and you look at the preamble of this constitution, it provides for 2 things here. That our constitution is progressive. Our interpretation must be purposeful.
It is an express provision about dates, limits, deadlines. The same way that we provide that the election shall be on the 2nd Tuesday, I think, of August after 5 years. If we defy this one, there should also be consequences and probably even the possibility of defying the election date.
Exactly, friend. And, that's the greatest fear. And you know, some of these things that are happening